Hello my friend and welcome to my channel. Today I've got Eclipse, Eccentricity, and Maniology MXM133, straight up black, melt, and drip. I've already gotten started with Neltix Formula 2, and here is Eclipse, and I have no idea where this one came from. It's called Eccentricity. Sometimes it looks silver, sometimes it looks gold. But we're just going to hop on in here and get this on these nails today. Now this is a long video. You may want to pause this and go get a drink and a snack. I don't know. It's going to be a long one though. There's a lot of steps to this one. But in the end, I think it was all worth it. Alright, get that on there. Like I said, I have no idea where this polish came from. I don't know of the brand. I have no clue. There's no telling. I could have got it in a D-stash or who knows. But I can tell you it is bling-tastic. Out of this world crazy blingy. Alright, here we go. We're going to top it with American Classics Jealous. And this is just a thicker top coat. It's not a quick dry though. So after I put this on, I will be putting on a quick dry top coat. This one just kind of helps fill in all the glittery bumps that are in there. You know. There we go. Oh my gosh, isn't that stunning? Too much on its own though. We are going to top it with I&M out the door. We're going to get this to dry down so we can do some playing. Now, I did this after I made my decals, but I put the manicure in order on this video. So there's a swatch photo of it on its own. Now to make the decals, I'll be using Maniology MXM. I believe it's 133. It's been a hard time. So we're going to get that one clean with some acetone. And then I'm going to wipe over it with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol. And yes, that's Maniology MXM133. So I will be stamping these out using Maniology's Straight Up Black. It's one of my favorites. I've got a bunch of Maniology cube stampers out and a Maniology scraper. And we're just going to plop 5 of these images out onto these stampers. And then I'm going to fill them in with melt and drip. I'm going to use a little piece of tape to get this stuff up off the stamper that I don't want. It's not that it would have bothered anything. It wouldn't have gotten on my manicure or on my skin or anything. It bothered me. I had to get rid of it. So we're going to go ahead and get another one plopped out here onto a stamper. And I really enjoy manicures like this. You know, the longer ones, the more in detailed ones. They just, I don't know, they just always seem to be my favorites. Like a manicure that's a water marble, or that it's got a gradient underneath it, or a smushy. Things like that, just, those are the manicures that I'm drawn to. But don't get me wrong, I'll slap on some nail polish, wear it for a couple of days, and then just stamp over it, you know, some kind of image over it. And I like those too, but my favorites are always the ones that take longer, that are more in depth, if you get what I'm saying. So here we go. We're just going to continue on stamping these out. Now I have sped this film up a little bit, and later I think I speed it up a little more, but I wanted to show you all of it because I was using different images and I was filling them in differently, and there was just a lot going on. So I wanted to share all of it, but I didn't want y'all to be here for an hour and a half or whatever it took me to do this. I wanted to, you know, share with you from beginning to the end. So here we go. We're going to get out one more. Now this stamping plate is really cool. Excuse me. It reminds me of like a water marble plate, but it's more of the cell forming plate. You know, that little trend that went around where you were trying to get the cells to, you know, like disperse the polish and make it look, I don't know what the word is, just the cell forming polishes. I don't know if you remember, you know, like the spotted manicures and things like that. Dance Legend had their brand and it was spotted. Sinful Colors had some, and some other brands came out with some also. People were doing a lot of the DIYs using the hair serum in polishes to make these cells, and I think this is a really cool plate for that. So here we go back with Maniology. This one's Melt, and then this one here is Drip. So we've got a beautiful pink and a beautiful green. I've got out some dotting tools, and later I'm also going to break out like a little no-nonsense detail brush and try to, you know, I'll try to use that too. I'm trying to go in where there are like little blobs or circles where the quote-unquote cells would be and fill those images in a little bit. I am not going to fill this all the way in because I want that bling-tastic craziness that I've got on my nails to shine through some of this. Peek out from underneath it. I think it'll look really cool that way. And I've already seen the manicure. I've worn it. Here I am doing a voiceover, but I'm telling you, this was a really fun one for me. I enjoyed all of it. I did wear the Eccentricity all on its own for a day before I put my decals on. I made the decals, painted my nails, went to work the next day, came home, and then put the decals on. I didn't put any of the Wet n Wild clear over them because I really didn't want like a full decal. I just wanted to kind of stamp the image down onto my nail and not have a whole bunch of extra hanging off the edge for me to have to work with, clean up, and all that good stuff. And the way I do these decals, or stamps, advanced stamping, whatever you want to call it, I like to do my one color first. I go through all of the stamps and add the color. Like in this instance, I'm going in with the pink first. And in between these, I keep them in order on my desk, and I keep them that way so that I know which one's the driest when I go to the next color that I'm going to be adding. And here I am with the detail brush. You see, I'm going in with a little pink here, but the way I do that with, you know, going one by one by one by one, the first one that I painted in with this pink is going to be drier when I change to the next color, which is going to be that light green, and I've run less of a risk of muddying it up or, you know, messing it up or anything like that. So that's why I do that. Plus, another thing is, you know, that polish dries out on your Stampin' Mat or your butter lid or yogurt lid or whatever you're using to do your piece of aluminum foil. It'll dry out, and I don't want to have to be putting blobs and blobs and blobs of polish out that are just going to dry out and not be usable. So to me, that just helps save polish doing it this way. So here you can see I'm just bebopping along, doing my little filling in here. I am leaving open space so that glitter bomb can shine through some. Not too much, not, you know, because like I said, it on its own on all 5 fingers was a little bit much. I mean, I personally enjoyed it, but it was a little distracting, little kind of eye searing, kind of like staring at the sun. And I just decided that this one really needed some filled in stamps on top of it. Of course, it probably would have worked out just great if I'd have just stamped this image directly on the nails. That would have been pretty too, but I wanted to use some of these colors. Y'all know I've got my little untried bucket, and I'm trying to get through the things. And once I do get through them, because I've really slowed my roll on buying stuff. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not buying anything, but I'm just really not buying that much like I used to. Not whole collections and, you know, running into Walgreens, rating the nail polishes. I've slowed my roll, and once I get through my untried bucket, I really do want to work my way all the way through my nail polish collection and my stamping plate collection, and use things that have not been used and shown on my YouTube channel. I have Helmers full of polishes, and most of them have been shared on my channel, but I know not all of them have. And so I really, really do want to do that. But what's going to happen is when I start going through those polishes, I can guarantee you I'm going to find some old favorites that I've forgotten about and haven't worn in years and years, and I'm just going to have to break them out. So they're going to jump in line of other things that haven't been worn before. I think it started back when I went to the Polish and Beauty Expo in Nashville that year. I didn't want any of those polishes to sneak into the collection without being used first. And so I started it then. And ever since then, anything when I buy it goes into that bucket until I use it. And so when I go to do a manicure, you know, we just pick from that bucket. You have to pick something from that bucket for the most part. So we are applying our sticky base coat. Now the way I like to do this is 1 or 2 nails at a time, depending on how much is going on with me, you know. Like this one, I just did the 1 nail. I am cleaning that stamper off the leftover decal onto my little lint roller there. And I'm going in with this cuticle tool, kind of breaking up the edge of this, kind of cutting it off. I hate to say cutting because people really freak out when they see this metal tool and me digging at this. But I can assure you, and you can even see it, I'm not cutting myself with it. Mine is rather dull. It's very old. It's been used a bunch. But if you feel uncomfortable with that, use a orange wood stick. You know, like my friend Woody. He would appreciate that. And after I get that part cleaned up, I go in with my little cleanup brush and some acetone. I try to melt down on the sides a little bit with the acetone, and then definitely across the end. Kind of take the flat side of the brush and tap, tap, tap it, trying to lay that over the edge, and then unclean up the rest of it. Because you guys don't nothing make me more crazy than to have some big gob of something up under a nail. Or when I go like run my fingers through my hair or pull my hair in a ponytail, to have that thing snagging and pulling stuff. No, no ma'am. So here we go. We're going back in with the sticky base. Look how, see how on one nail it looks gold and on the other nail it looks silver? That's one thing I love about this polish. It is so shifty. I mean, I thought it was just gold until I got it on my nails. And then I started seeing the differences. So I don't know what's up with that. I am going to patch a piece in down here on the end. Got just a little bit that I want to, there we go, get a little bit of that grain down on that tip. And that's one thing I love about designs like this or images like this. You can do that. You can go back in and patch something in, and you know, if it doesn't stick all the way right, if you're not using a sticky base coat and you're just not happy with it, you can add more to it. I love that. I broke down and broke out my little scissors. These are my little curvy tipped scissors. I'm working on my left hand and I'm right-handed, so I can use these scissors with my right hand. Got to clean up my little mess here. You guys know I'm such a ninny about that. I'm going to go in with that acetone. See how I tap down the side? Just kind of melting that down to the other nail polish that's underneath. It makes it stick really well. Going across that really well. And I do love this. I'm loving the look of this one. So far, it is all good. Look at that. So pretty. Probably should have left one blank like this one. I should have left it just bling, 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 but I didn't. I didn't do that, did I? But it's all good. We are just going to go on in and fill this in with a decal here. Twisting and turning. Now, this image right here to me looks like it could so be a galaxy manicure. I could see you doing it with blues and purples and maybe gray underneath or something. I just, oh, so pretty. There we go with our little cleaning and trimming up here again, because that's what we do. I really do love this one. Now, I'm going to be straight up honest with y'all. I know I'm doing a lot of chatting in this one, but it's a long video, and I don't want a lot of dead space, to be honest with you. So, I've been having trouble with my sound working from either my laptop microphone or my plug-in microphone. I don't know what the deal is. I have recorded this voiceover 3 times, and with it being a long video, I'm telling you, it's about maddening. You almost want to give up and just slap some music on it and just say, I'm not going to talk today. But you guys know, if I can fix it, I'm going to fix it. You guys deserve it. So here we go with our cleanup brush. We're cleaning it up. Now this is one of those old elf cleanup brushes. Well, I call them elf. Everybody used them as cleanup brushes back in the day. These were like sold at Walmart and Walgreens and everywhere. Girl, my Walgreens and Walmart are just awful here. I haven't seen these in years, but the other day I went into a Walgreens and I found them, and they had two. Don't you know, I took both of them off the shelf and bought them. I didn't leave none for nobody else. I'm sorry if it makes me sound stingy, but I had not seen these literally in years, so they're mine now. And I'm sure you could probably go online and buy them, but I wasn't doing that. I was, I always expected to be able to find them in a store. And I have cleanup brushes at the wazoo. I have them everywhere. All kinds of brands. I got Uber Chic. I got Beauty Big Bang. I got Born Pretty. I got everybody's cleanup brushes. But my favorite, I hadn't seen it in forever, my Sonia Kushak's. They used to sell them at Target. And I even bought a whole bunch of different Sonia Kushak brushes. But none of them worked and held up the way that original black one is. Or did. I still use it because I've still got one in my collection that I've been using for years. It holds up really well to the acetone. There we go. We're patching in another piece on that side there, tapping it all down, and then we're going to trim it out with our little cuticle tool here. Lovely, lovely, and I do just love this manicure. I mean, it's very bright and happy and summer looking to me. It's been a minute since I've done like some, I don't know what the problem was this year. Normally I go neon crazy in the summer, and I didn't this year. I don't know what the problem was, but I didn't do it. So it felt like since the summer is starting to come to an end, that I needed to hurry up and get some neon looking manicures in. Now don't be surprised if y'all see me doing some neons in the fall or winter, because I've been known to do it. And I always tell you all, dance to your own drum, man. Don't let others dictate what you do. It's just nail polish. Give me a break. We don't all follow that rule about the whole don't wear white shoes after a certain whatever. Give me a break. Alright, so we have cleaned those up, put the smudge-free top coat on them, and now we're adding our final top coat, and we're getting this one wrapped up and done. I do hope you've enjoyed the rambling. I've enjoyed chatting with you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. How you doing? And here is my swatch photo. Look at that mess. That's it. I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, be good to yourself.